Alright then. Let's get going again. Please ignore this absolutely awful Polish Crimea. I have nothing to do with that. Don't blame me for any bleeding of eyes that may occur. No, so quit asking. You've asked at the beginning of last episode, or yeah, and at the beginning of this episode. Quit making a habit out of it, or I'll actually go and invade you on purpose instead of out of coincidence of you being in the alliance with one of my enemies. This place is still exploring. Wonder when they're going to be done. Apparently, I'm still the first one to be going through exploration ideas. Aren't they a minor country? I don't think it's so big. I'm talking about Hunter Wadi here. The Chimera are, well, yes, they are in their death throes at the start of the game, or at least the beginning of their death throes. It's not something that they can't turn around. They can easily turn it around. It's another story, though. Super decentralized and difficult to unite. It's like playing a Lithuania game, except worse. I think I should actually upgrade universities. Or build bigger universities, I should say. Actually, no, I think I'll upgrade the economical infrastructure of my capital. That's what I wanted to say. Although I do believe I can definitely afford bigger, more advanced universities. At least when it comes to autonomy level. I mean, how much of an effect does it have? Double the effect of a regular university on unrest and so Renown University has double the effect on unrest and monthly autonomy change. The world famous doubles autonomy change again, but only increases unrest by 1 more. It also makes the base of gravity a little over the top. So I don't actually have the population yet to build a corporation guild, which is why it's grayed out here. However, last time I checked, the population was around 49. Yep, it's 49.7 thousand. I need 50,000 urban population. The province is growing rapidly, or at least the city is growing rapidly. And I figure by the end of the year, or whenever the urban population next changes, I'll be able to build the corporation guild. At least the requirements will be fulfilled. Whether or not I have enough money can be another story, but I think it might be a good idea to actually begin preparations for war. I actually should go ahead and begin fabricating claims on Imagawa's territory over here. Okay, they have a lot of territory. Wow. Oh well, let no good opportunity go to waste. Introduce hair. Sure, that will give me a bit of prestige. Temperate. Nice. Certainly better than an embezzler. The embezzler is not that bad, but it gets basically cancels out the bonus from ethics, so Time to burn some more prestige. Once again. Huh. So Nuki is now kinky culture instead of MEIOU culture. That's great news. See how culture conversion is going on in other provinces. Wow, 59%. 72%. Yeah, culture conversion is starting to speed up. Let's take a look at Bison. 97%. Video isn't even converting yet, although I'd give it a year and then it'll start thanks to being adjacent to Sanoki. Alright, so what project should I work on now? I think it might be best to upgrade the fortifications here. Wasn't I working on some other project while I was... Yeah. Manpower. And I can't contribute any more manpower because it's already at 1. There's only 25% left. You can only do 75% with manpower. Is this all one big region? Yep, North Pacific. Boy, this is going to take years. In fact, I started in last episode. I'm not entirely sure when exactly I sent them out on the mission. I just hope that they come back by the end. So I can send them off to do something slightly more useful than chart the entire ocean. Or, well, chart the entire northern half of the ocean. Ah, it's finally done. Ah, iced over. Interesting. Right, let's finally get that coastline checked out. Although I'm sure for large portions of Siberia, the coastline is colonizable. Judging by this wasteland right here. I wonder how the institutions happen to be spreading. Oh, here's banking. Renaissance is going to take longer. It just reached the Ottomans. But banking has reached Persia and is starting to spread to Samarkand. Well, it's a combination of both trade and art centers. It's meritocracy spreading. Meritocracy. I don't think banking's going to reach India quite yet. And it hasn't actually explored anything in Siberia yet. The exploration fleet. It's probably doing the islands of the Pacific first. Because they're obviously much more useful for my interests. Obviously. I've already explored this. Pacific trade node. So there is a trade node in the Pacific. Yeah, and it's completely separate from the Australia trade node. It goes to the Koreas. Which means it's actually perfectly possible that I can. No problems with the trade node has been discovered. Where is the trade? Oh, it is actually possible that the Pacific trade node is down here and doesn't actually flow. Okay. That's... This is the South China Sea node. Okay, yeah, now that I think about it, that would probably build up a loop that really should not exist. Because the trade algorithms start to break down if, well, if you can build a loop, then you can pretty much use the bonuses from trade efficiency to build up an infinite amount of trade. Because it keeps going around in circles. It keeps applying again and again recursively. The thing is, because it's multiplicative, there's no actual limit, so it goes on to infinity. Yearly prestige, minus 0.00. Oh no, how am I ever going to recover? Okay, it's minus 0.01. How am I ever going to recover from that? Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I mean, there is the issue with the New University of some of those are going to turn into prestige slots, which aren't really going to do anything except generate culture and money, but... You know, what's wrong with a little bit of... Okay, Tulsa. Where are they? Again? And exploration continues, and... Dang it. Guess my culinary range just simply isn't far enough. Well, looks like I'm getting the northern coast of Manchuria, and I was right. A large portion of this is just uncolonized. And there's no minor Siberian tribes. It's part of the setup process to remove those, because they don't actually contribute much to the game. Especially not in M&T, where it's hardcore economic simulation. Right, native policy. So, 3 native policies that are present in both base game and here. Native coexistence, native trading, and native repression. They're actually all the same as they are in vanilla, with the exception of native repression. The global sectorial increase is only 5. So it's not nearly as beneficial as I would have been. Well, Hawaii actually has its own country here. The thing is, well, and they're Hawaiian and they have the Atua phase. Huh. They actually have their own country here. Although at this time they were actually quite disorganized and had multiple kingdoms, they actually had to unify themselves. Pearl Harbor. Alright, let me check the colonial range. It can show me where I can actually colonize at the moment. So I can't reach the Americas, however I can reach the entire Philippines, Taiwan, most of the Manchurian coastline. I can't go that far out. I can't reach the Aleutian Islands though. I probably do native trading, since the benefit isn't actually that large with the... Send colonists. That I should check. Native uprising chance, okay. I was just making sure on that. Because there are mods that can change that. The base value for that. Oh. I think I picked the wrong province. Oh well. I do have 2 settlers, so... Yeah, because of this I'm probably not actually going to participate in any warfare for a while. Oh well. Probably shouldn't build there. Hey, wait a second. Is that a straight crossing? It is. Oh, you can actually reach the Japanese Isles on land. It's gonna take 3 crossings to get to the main island, but it's still achievable without transport ships. Also a straight crossing to the Kuriles, and... yeah. Now I suddenly wonder if England has a straight crossing too. If Russia will ever unify, it's gonna be under Yaroslavl. Oh, Osaka. Okay, Setu. Reduce construction cost and trade power, or even a base amount of trade power, or a direct modifier of trade power. That construction cost benefit is minuscule compared to how much it costs to build these things. I don't plan on building a university anyway, and I've reached the limit on the direct economic buildings right here. It's gonna take until technology level 20, go up 22, Diplotech 22. I'm at 20, and 21 is the current level of the world. So, yeah. Might as well get this. Since I'm actually running advisors now, it makes good sense to do such. Yeah, local trader strengthen gives me the most benefit in trade power. Alright, so it's about time I've stopped, so... Right then. Let's actually merge these units together. There we go, now both won't get hit by insufficient support. And I can merge them back together later on. In the case of an actual war. Ashikaga is also building up their military, probably in response to me, if I'm being honest. Oh well. I still think I could take them on in a one-on-one fight. Especially once their infantry melt away to the point where their cavalry gets insufficient support as well. Examine intellectual data, 10.037, so... There's a regional. I think there should be a regional one in Japan and in Korea. Yeah, Mongolia and Manchuria are their own subcontinents, separate from Japan and Korea. Subcontinent Siberia, of which I can. So the subcontinent Siberia, and Far Siberia. California, Castadio, the subcontinent Pacific Coast, etc. Of course, the main issue with colonies is that they're not going to get much trade income since you're already siphoning half of their trade. And they have no starting infrastructure whatsoever. And they have almost zero population. You actually have to build it from scratch, the entire thing. So, oh well. I can talk about that later once I actually start colonizing. Which will mainly be restricted to wherever I can push trade towards me. Which isn't very many nodes. Oh well. Until tomorrow, we will be changing back to EU4, well, Franconia, and the edited versions of these episodes, unless you are listening to the edited version, at which we'll be going back to M&T again. Oh well, whichever is the case, I'll be seeing you again tomorrow. Bye.